Everyone in the knife community basically knows that Mora is one of the best fixed blades out there for the money. They do actually have a couple more expensive fixed blades. The fixed blade I'm going to be testing today, supposedly a direct competitor to Mora. You can get it for about $30 on Amazon, which is an insane price for the quality, is what I've heard. And I've heard it performs really well for the price. And we're gonna see if those claims are true today. In case you're wondering, driving the good old Tacoma. I actually recently just bought this truck. I used to drive a Toyota RAV4 2017. Before this thing, traded it in. Decided I kind of needed a truck for work, and honestly I love this thing so far. Kind of suits my lifestyle a little bit more. I did love the RAV4, not gonna lie. It was a great little SUV, but something about the Toyota truck, the suspension is so much better off-road. One negative is the gas mileage is definitely worse, and it doesn't have quite as much, like, it's not as sporty on the road. Like the SUV, the RAV4, is quite a bit more sporty, a little more quick. But so I made it out to the spot where I'm going to be testing this bad boy. This is the Hultafors knife. Not exactly sure how you say that. It sounds like Russian or something. Actually, I think this is like a German-made knife, but as you can see, it has a very strong resemblance to the Mora knives. Looks and feels just like a Mora. As you can see, it says carbon steel on the blade. I'm not exactly sure what kind of carbon steel. The handle is just some type of plastic. The knife is a full tang, by the way. Pretty good ergonomics. I could see this thing getting maybe a little bit slippery if your hands are getting sweaty or something like that, but and yeah, the sheath pretty much exactly the same as a Mora sheath. This little belt clip here. Alright, so this is where I ended up stopping. The normal place, the place I usually go to, it's like a campsite just down the road that way. It has never once been occupied, but today it was occupied for some reason. But I actually found this spot, which seems good enough. Out here, alone, definitely. It's definitely peaceful out here. But I feel like I've got not that much to work with as far as wood. And then also, I guess I can show you my truck. This is what she looks like. Toyota Tacoma SR 2018. Pretty sweet little truck. Then here I'm going to be doing some feather sticking on this stick that I found, and this is a hard little piece of wood. I'm not sure what type of wood this is exactly, but kind of hard to feather stick. But this thing did a decent job, and honestly my feather sticking technique could use some work. The feather sticking can be done with this thing. I was honestly a little bit surprised for the price of this knife, which, like I said, is about $30 on Amazon. And then here I got some tinder put together. I'm gonna try lighting this fire with my fire steel. And unfortunately, as you can see, I was not able to get a single spark out of this thing, and I'm not 100% sure why. I think it's just the back edge is just slightly too rounded. So on a scale of 1 to 10, the fire steel ability is gonna have to be a solid 0 on this one. And then here I'm gonna try some chopping, And once again, I'm not too sure exactly what type of wood this is. Some type of desert hardwood, desert ironwood or something, but yeah, this thing is pretty hard piece of wood, and to be honest, I was fairly impressed with how this was able to eat through it. I think on a softer piece of wood, I think it would do a lot better. And like I said about the handle, it is a little bit slippery when doing things like this, like chopping, and if you get any bit of moisture or sweat on your hand. As you can see, I was able to get a little decent size of a chunk taken out of this log here, and it did take a bit of time, but it is doable. And also the handle took a bit of damage. I didn't even realize that was happening while it was happening, but hey. And I decided to try something pretty ballsy with this thing. I'm not really sure what I was expecting out of doing this, but I decided to hammer this thing into this stump here. And basically, you're gonna see just how that went here in just a second. And as you can see, I hammered it down into the stump pretty far. And the method I used to try and get this out was probably not the best of idea. I should have just hammered it side to side, forward and backward until it came out, but I don't know what I was thinking. And then, yeah, kind of just ripped off the handle here, unfortunately. Oh. No. That sucks so bad. Oh my goodness, dude. Wow. I don't know if I'll be able to get that out, to be honest. I was eventually able to get it out just by hammering it forward and backward like this, which is what I should have done to begin with. Well, you live and you learn, right? Okay. The blade held up. The blade held up almost just fine. And I think I can reattach the handle, if I'm being completely honest. Just gotta pour some glue in there, slide it in. The blade held up though, completely fine, edges fine, no chips. I mean, overall, like, for a $30 knife, like, what can you actually expect, to be honest? So yeah, me ripping the handle off kind of put this video to an abrupt end there, unfortunately, but I do plan on making a part 2 to this video, where I'm going to glue the handle back on, and then I'm going to try some batoning, maybe a couple of other little tests here and there, so make sure you subscribe if you would like to see. And then check out my channel for other knife testing videos and knife review videos. I have a whole bunch of different videos with fixed blades, folders. So yeah. Part 2 coming soon.